from God to us. Paramatma is very pleased with us. The sign of Paramatma's pleasure, Paramatma's happiness over our lives is the occasion and the opportunity what Paramatma gives to remember Paramatma. The mind is always engaged in thinking about the why and how, where, what, all these questions are continuously there in the mind. When it sees so many dualities in this world, when the mind sees so many different types of variations in this world, then it starts questioning. And when it doesn't get an answer, if you have a question in your mind and you don't get the answer, it will be disturbed. If there is only one question, it's okay. There are several questions in the mind, and when you don't get the answer, then there is disturbance, agitation inside each one of us. And when there is agitation, what happens? There is no peace of mind. And in addition to this, if there are questions, it's okay. There are desires also. Continuously there are desires which are pulling us towards the object, the fulfillment. And in order to fulfill those desires, we have to exert ourselves. We have to meet people, we have to talk to people. Then we have to have so many means in order to fulfill the desires. So this also disturbs us. So when such a situation is there, by the grace of Paramatma, if we are able to, if Paramatma gives us the beautiful opportunity of devoting quality time. Remember this word, quality time. You find youngsters speaking, I want quality time for myself. I want quality time for myself. But we don't say quality time to think about God. This beautiful quality time, where our mind is completely dedicated to the base source itself, the very source of the universe. Have you not heard people saying quality time? I want quality time. So what is this quality time? The truest quality is when your mind is not engaged in thinking about the defects in this world, thinking about so many shortcomings in this world, thinking about how people have not dealt with you properly. These are all the shortcomings of this mind. So instead of that, if you are dedicated to the source, it will be very beautiful. So this Mahabhagavatam, this great work of Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi, a great gift to mankind, just come to Bharat. This is completely the past tense of the Lord Paramatma in different situations. So we will continue our Prasanga now. We are on the page number 6. We have finished the Sanskrit reading of the last portion. Now we read the English portion. Narada said, "Listen attentively, O young woman. You remember that Bhakti had asked a question. Why is it that I am a mother and I am younger and my 2 children are old? Why is it like this?" So Narada said, "Listen attentively, O young woman. The present is the terrible age of Kali." The present age is the terrible age of Kali. Why does he say terrible? Because you see, he is going to describe all these things. What is the nature of this Kali? Righteous conduct means proper. To put it properly, it is dharma. The word righteous conduct is called as dharma. Right action without hurting anybody. Truthfulness, honesty. That is called as righteous conduct. That is righteous conduct. The path of yoga, union with God. And austerities have disappeared under its influence. So people are not at all interested in doing the right thing. They are interested in getting things done by hook or crook, somehow or the other. It has to be done. I have to get it done somehow or the other, not by the right means. And then austerities have disappeared. What is the meaning of austerities? Tapasya is absent. People do not know how to do tapasya. Practicing roguery. What is roguery? Practicing roguery, how to pickpocket, how to cheat people, how to make easy money. This is called as roguery. Practicing roguery and evil deeds. People are turning out to be so many replicas of the demon Agha. The word Agha means Papa. The word Agha means Papa. The opposite of Agha is Anagha. Anagha is the name given to Arjuna by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Anagha. And in Lalita Sahasranam also we have Devi Anagha Adbhuta Charitra Vanchitartha Pradayini. So Anagha means Apa Rahita, but Agha means Apa. So here everybody is becoming a murti of sin, whose story appears in the Srimad Bhagavata 10th and 12th cantos. In this age of Kali, righteous men remain dejected. The one who is following the right thing, right action, right path, they are not at all happy in this world because nobody recognizes the correct attitude here. And the unrighteous feel overjoyed indeed. The unrighteous, the wicked people, the wrong people, they are very happy. अच्छा धोखा दिया उसको, अच्छा धोखा दिया, अच्छा कमाया. That clever man alone who maintains firmness in this age is learned and wise. That clever man alone who maintains firmness in this age. In this Kali Yuga also, we have firm mind. That is, without agitation in the mind. He is a real wise man. Very difficult. Year after year, the earth is gradually becoming a burden for Lord Shesha, the serpent god. Lord Shesha is having the earth on his head, 1,000 heads. So Lord Shesha is having the earth. So instead of becoming lighter and lighter, the earth is becoming heavier and heavier. Lord Shesha almost feeling the weight of the earth. It is not worth looking at, even touching with one's finger. The earth has become so badly treated. The earth is so badly treated. People are throwing garbage everywhere. Plastic is not getting melted at all. Anywhere you go, there is dirt, there is non-degradable items. Earth has become so bad. Trees are being felled. So earth is not even worth walking on. So bad earth has become. No sign of good luck is to be seen anywhere either. Nobody even perceives you with your sons at present. Nobody thinks of bhakti, jnana and vairagya truthfully. Neglected by men, blinded with love for pleasures. So only pleasure, pleasure, pleasure is the drive now. You stand enfeebled. Bhakti has become weak. Due to the contact with Vrindavan. But Vrindavan is beautiful. Where Bhakti is still there. Because you went to Vrindavan, you have become young and fresh again. Deserving of praise therefore is Vrindavan, where Bhakti dances with joy. These two sons of yours, however, are not able to shake off their old age due to lack of men having demand for them here. People are somehow attracted towards Bhakti, towards you. Because of the devotion, it is much simpler. But Jnana and Vairagya, nobody is interested. Nobody is interested in knowing. Nobody is interested in seeing what this tapasya means. Nobody is interested. Their deep slumber here is believed to have been brought by the partial gratification of the self through their contact with the Lord. No, Jnana and Vairagya, they are sleeping nice. Both are sleeping in slumber, deep sleep. So what does that mean? It means that ज्ञान लेके क्या करना है, वैराग्य लेकर के क्या करना है, अच्छा सो जाओ, go and sleep nicely. ज्ञान लेके क्या करना है, वैराग्य, so they are in deep sleep. So what is that? Nidra samadhi sthiti. Samadhi is not samadhi, but nidra is samadhi sthiti. That is the state of affairs of jnana and vairagya. Bhakti ruvacha. Bhakti ruvacha. Katham parikshita rajñā. Katham parikshita rajñā. Sthapito hyashuchik kali. Sthapito hyashuchik kali. Pravritte tu kalau sarva. Pravritte tu kalau sarva. Sara putragato mahan. Sara putragato mahan. Karuna parena harina. Karuna parena harina. Apya dharma kathamikshate. Apya dharma kathamikshate. Imam me samshayam chindhi. Imam me samshayam chindhi. Tadvacha sukhitasmyaham. Tadvacha sukhitasmyaham. Bhakti said, how was the impious Kali actually given an abode here? This Kali Yuga, the word Kali is that now in this particular Bhagavata, you will see that the different modes in different devotional sentiments, they are all personified here. They are all appearing as a person. So how is it possible that Paramatma Sri Hari gave a place to Kali in this world? Why did he give place to Kali, which is wickedness, which is badness? All wrong is Kali. Why did he give place to Kali here? How was the impious? The word impious means, pious means those people who are dedicated to God. Those who maintain good habits, those who do puja to God, are called pious people. P-I-O-U-S, pious people. The impious are the opposite. They don't believe in God, and they may believe in God, but they don't do regularly. They don't do puja, para, art, or meditation upon God. They are called impious. How was the impious Kali actually given an abode here on this earth? And the age of Kali having set in, how did the valuable essence of all substances disappear? When Kali came, what happened? Why did the value of essential substances like honesty, helping nature, how did this vanish from the earth? How is all this unrighteousness tolerated by the all-gracious Sri Hari? Sri Hari also, Paramatma, he has said, Yada yadahi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. How is he tolerating? How is he not keeping quiet? Resolve this doubt of mine. I feel gratified by your words. I feel gratified by your words, O Narada Maharshi. Please remove this doubt of mine. Narada Uvacha Yedi Prishtastvaya Bale Prematah Shravanam Kuru Sarvam Vakshyami Te Bhadre Kashmalam Te Gamishyati Yada Mukundo Bhagavan Kshmam Tyaktva Swapadam Gataha Taddina Kalirayataha Sarva Sadhana Badhakaha Drishto Digvijaye Rajna Deenavaccharanam Gataha Namaya Maraniyoyam Saranga Iva Sarabhuk Yat Phalam Nasti Tapasa Nayogena Samadhina Tat Phalam Labhate Samyak Kalau Keshava Kirtanad Ekakaram Kalim Drishtva Saravat Saranirasam Vishnurata Sthapitavan Kalijanam Sukhaya Cha. No answer to the question. Narada said, since I have been questioned by you, O young lady, listen with love. I shall tell you everything. Listen carefully, with attention. I am going to give you the answer to your questions. O blessed one, and your faint-heartedness will disappear. From the very day Lord Sri Krishna, the bestower of liberation, left this earth and ascended to his own realm, the age of Kali, which balks all spiritual endeavors, set. You know that Dwapara Yuga was there before Kali Yuga. Before this Kali Yuga started. We are now in the 5121st Kali year. Just like we have 2020 of the Gregorian calendar, we are now in the 5121st Kali year. Ashtavinchatami Kali Yuga, we are in the 5121 years have passed since the Kali Yuga started. So So before that 5,000 years, Krishna was there. He was living in Dwaraka. And you know the leelas of Krishna, how he mediated the Pandavas and Kauravas. And then one day, Krishna's leela ended. Krishna avatara ended. Who ended it? Krishna himself ended. So after ending the avatar, he left to Vaikuntha, went back to his original form of Narayana. The day Krishna left and went, Kali came. Kali Yuga immediately came. So Dwapara Yuga ended and Kali Yuga has come. Seen by the king Parikshit in the course of the conquest of the four quarters, the spirit of the Kali age in living form, like a wretch, sought the king for protection. The moment Krishna went away, all the way where was Kali? Kali could not be there when Krishna is there. Bhagavan is there, so Kali could not come. The moment Krishna left, Kali came running. But he found that Parikshit Maharaj, the king Parikshit, is a rightful person. Parikshit is he is looking after the kingdom in a rightful manner. So he had come for a Dig Vijaya, that is, he had come to maintain the balance of the kingdom. So he has come, when he's come there, he finds that somebody comes and falls at his feet. Parikshit Maharaj is a very, very strong person. So somebody comes and falls at his feet. Who is this? He asks, who are you? He says, I am Kali. So Kali Yuga, that what you call the sentiment of the wickedness, comes and falls at his feet. This is what happened to him. He says, now the king, who like a black bee took the essence of things thought within himself. See now, Kali himself has come and surrendered. Kali himself has come and surrendered. So the king is already with the bow and arrow. He could have shot him and then finished him off, so that Kali Yuga doesn't come at all. But he sees. King Parikshit is not, he is a wise person, he sees. There are so many advantages in this Kali Yuga comes. What are the advantages? People in the Kali Yuga need not have to do tapasya, need not have to do homa, need not have to do yoga, nothing. Just by chanting the name of Paramatma itself, they will get the Vaikuntha Pada. So when such a beautiful age has come, Kali Yuga has come, why should we drive him away? Let him be there. Let the Kali be there. So, he certainly does not deserve to be killed by me, for in the Kali age, one fully secures through the mere chanting of the names and glory of Sri Krishna, the ruler even of Brahma and Lord Shiva, the fruit which cannot be attained through ascesis, concentration of mind, or even through deep meditation. One cannot attain Sri Krishna Paramatma so easily as by chanting the name of Lord. So that is especially for Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, you have to do tapasya. In Treta Yuga, you have to do Dana Dharma. In Dwapara Yuga also, you have to do Puja Paraspada. Kali Yuga, Bhav Bhaya Kubhaya Anagdaha Alasahu Nama Japat Mangala Dishidasham. You just lazily say the name of Paramatma. With intention you say the name of Paramatma. Simply by saying the name of Paramatma, you are blessed in this Kali Yuga. So, Parikshit will leave it there. Therefore, perceiving the Kali age to be valuable in one person, though devoid of substance in all other senses, Parikshit, the protege of Lord Vishnu, with a view to securing the happiness, blessedness of those born in Kali, allowed the spirit of it to stay. So he permitted Kali to stay. Kukarma charanat saraha sarvato nirgato dhuna padartha samsthita bhumau bijahinastu shayatha viprair bhagavati varta gehe gehe jane jane karita kanalobhena katha sarastato gatah atyugrabhuri karmano nastika rauravajana tepi tishtanti tirtheshu तीर्थसारस्ततो गतः काम क्रोध महालोभ तृष्णा व्याकुल चेतसः ते तिष्ठन्ति तपसि तपस्सारस्ततो गतः मनश्चाजया लोभात् दम्भात् पाखण्ड संश्रयात् शास्त्र अनभ्यसनाद्यैव ध्यानयोग फलं गतम् पंडितास्तु कलत्रेण रमन्ते महिषा इव पुत्रस्योत्पादने दक्षा अदक्षा मुक्तिसाधने न हि वैष्णवता न हि वैष्णवता अत्र संप्रदाय पुरस्सरा एवं प्रलयतां प्राप्तो वस्तु सारस्थले स्थले अयं तु युगधर्मो हि वर्तते कस्य दूषणम् अतस्तु पुण्डरीकाक्षः सहते निकटे स्थितः Narada is describing the state of affairs in the Kali Yuga. Due to the practice of evil deeds, the substance has disappeared from everything in the present age. Sar chala. The essence of everything is gone. It's like a beautiful orange from outside, colorful orange, beautiful from outside, all polished with sticker on top. You open the orange, inside there is nothing. It's like a big apple, very big apple, but you take it open and see, it has got no taste, all taste is gone. So there is no sara, essence has been lost. Due to the practice of evil deeds, the substance has disappeared from everything in the present age. Like the husk, devoid of grain, all things on earth stand divested of their substance. When you remove the husk from the rice grain, so what happens? The husk is actually not rice. The rice is the essence, husk is the covering. So that just like husk has got no value for food, so also everything in this world has lost the essence. Out of greed for food grains, the story of the Lord is repeated by Brahmanas in every home and to all and sundry. Hence the value of the story is gone. That means the Bhagavata or any other Shastras, earlier they used to be chanted, discourses used to be given for the purpose of knowledge. But now the living of the priest itself is by telling this. So what happens is they will say, if you give me so much, I will say. So what is now it has been lost. The essence has been lost. Therefore there is no Shraddha in this one. There is no Shraddha. Even those perpetrating most cruel deeds of various kinds, unbelieving men and savages, have taken up their abode in places of pilgrimage. Hence the value of sacred places is gone. So sacred places, what we call sacred places, temples. Okay. In these temples, earlier people with devotion used to be there. But now the moment you go to the temple site, to the sacred site, you find people using the temple atmosphere for business. You find the people using the temple atmosphere for business. Even those whose mind is agitated with passion, anger, excessive greed and thirst for pleasure have outwardly taken to an ascetic life. So you find the people who are still not victory, have not got victory over anger, who have not got victory over passion, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, without getting victory over them, they are doing tapasya. Or they have gone to tapasya, because when you do tapasya, you get angry, and there is no meaning at all. So one has to tapo vikshina papana, shantana, metaragina, mukshunam aviksham atmabodho vidhiyate. So when one wants this knowledge, one has to have at least a basic qualification. That is not there. So you find people everywhere, there is only what you call as drama. Hence the life of value ascesis is gone. Due to want of control over the mind, greed and hypocrisy, and due to people embracing heretic doctrines and abstaining from the study of sacred books, the fruit of dhyana yoga, the practice of meditation, is also disappeared. So you find that every day one new meditation is coming. One new type of meditation. Sometimes TM will come, sometimes another M will come. So different types of names. Same thing, different types of names, and people are now marketing. People are now marketing the different yogas. Whereas the essential scriptures have been kept aside. Essential scriptures have been kept aside, and simply people are taking something from there, and then they start marketing. When they start marketing, what are people are behind attraction. They want to be attraction, they go behind attraction. The learned Panditas, for their part, indulgence with their normal lives in their life, become life of indulgence. That is, they only want pleasure, not anything else. They are expert in having progeny and not at all clever in achieving liberation. So, bhukti mein hi man hai, mukti mein nahi hai. Devotion to Lord Vishnu, following the traditions of a particular sect, is nowhere to be seen. The devotion to Vishnu means devotion to Paramatma, following certain principles. The word sect here, sect, S-C-C-T, doesn't mean you have to follow a particular school. Here it means following the right path with devotion. It's absent. In this way, the substance of things has disappeared everywhere. Such, however, is the spirit of the time which we are living in. As a matter of fact, who is to be blamed for it? That is why the lotus-eyed Lord Vishnu tolerates all this, though abiding so close to us in our very heart. No, how can Vishnu tolerate it? The answer is, it is the nature of time. It is the nature or spirit of the time. Means Paramatma has already set a cycle to move. This is called as a Kala Chakra. In this Kala Chakra, there is Satya Yuga, there is Treta Yuga, there is Dwapara Yuga, there is Kali Yuga. Somebody in our Guruji, who used to be very kind, was Swamiji had sent Swami to Haridwar. Swamiji used to say, "Hey bhaiya, 4 yuga hote hain, there are 4 yugas. The first yuga is called as Satya Yuga. There is another name for that Satya Yuga. What is the name? Panda Yuga. Panda means Buddhi. Panda Yuga. Then comes the second Yuga, that is the Treta Yuga, where Ravana was there. That is called the Gunda Yuga. Then came the third Yuga, which is Dwapara Yuga, Danda Yuga. People used to fight with each other. What is this Kali Yuga? Propaganda Yuga. So let's see, 4 yugas have been changed completely to mean something else completely. So this is what we are seeing. We are seeing this with our own eyes. Maybe we are also part of that. We are not able to release ourselves from what we don't want actually. We don't want something, but we are not able to release. That's the power of the age itself. The power of the Kali Yuga. We are actually taken by the current of that. So powerful is the current. Is there any way out? Only one way is there. Satsang and study of the scriptures, bhajan, kirtan, namasmara. That is why today we are blessed, like in the beginning itself, we are blessed that we are reading it. We are reading the story of Paramatma. We are reading the purpose of Paramatma's creation. So by this Bhagavad study, we are making our minds very, very pure. Shriman Narayana Narayana Narayana. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः।